Hey Joe, it's Folks here. In today's video, we're going to be answering the question, is it time to move on from Etsy print on demand? During the video today, we'll talk about why Etsy print on demand was exciting. We will talk about the major problems that are facing sellers right now. We'll talk about a solution for success with print on demand. And I will give you some examples of some thriving print on demand businesses that are running their store on Shopify. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload tons of print-on-demand content that could be helpful to you. Over the last few years, I have scaled several stores to 6 figures, and in my videos here, I detail the processes. If you would like to go through some training on actually opening a Shopify store, I do have a step-by-step course. Inside, you will see videos on how to build your store and get started with Facebook and Instagram ads. This course is completely free, and there is a link down in the description of this video. Also, make sure to drop a like on the video for good luck. So let's talk about why Etsy was exciting. I think it's really two main things. The first being that it is very cheap to get started. It's practically free, and you really only pay for Etsy when you make a sale. And secondly, a lot of people really are attracted to the idea of getting free traffic to their listings. Essentially, what's attractive to a lot of people is opening a store practically for free on Etsy and then uploading as many designs as they want and getting people that are searching on Etsy to find their items. Now, I've been making print-on-demand content now for the last few years, and I have seen this major push from a lot of people talking about Etsy being the solution for most people. Starting a free print-on-demand store in a place where you get free traffic is certainly something that could attract a lot of people. Although I think it's time that we talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people have been wondering if it is time to leave Etsy behind. Now, I am someone, like I said at the beginning of this video, who has scaled print-on-demand stores on Shopify. However, I have worked with tons of people who started on Etsy and weren't really able to generate much excitement or even sales on their products, and eventually came over to Shopify to actually build out their own store. In this video today, I want to detail some of the things that I think are driving that change. I think as we continue through the year 2022, we will likely see a lot more people opening up a Shopify store so they can create their own brand. One of the major problems with Etsy is that as it grew, it became way more saturated. Essentially, what I mean is as everybody began to put products on Etsy, it became even harder for people to discover your products. A lot of people that I talk to that are new are struggling to even get their listings seen. What I mean is if someone's going on Etsy and they're typing in something relating to their items are just not even showing up. A lot of times on Etsy, you will see tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of results for various search terms that you are putting in. If you are someone that is opening a new store, breaking through some of that saturation is going to be extremely difficult. Another thing that I've heard people complain about that are running an Etsy store is copycats. Essentially, when someone begins to make some sales with a design, suddenly they begin to see the same design repeated over and over again. Essentially, people from all over the world begin stealing their design and uploading it on Etsy themselves. Or maybe they take that design and they begin putting it on other products. If you're someone that is just making your first sales, that would be something that would be extremely disappointing. Now, I'm not saying that any other platform out there would be immune to something like that. It just seems to run a little bit rampant on Etsy. The third problem with Etsy is even if you begin to make sales, sometimes the fees make it very difficult to profit a lot of money. Over the last few years, Etsy fees have continued to increase. The amount of times I have seen people share articles or different comment threads on Facebook talking about this has become almost a daily occurrence. People are making sales only to see a large majority of their profit taken up by the fees charged by Etsy. If you're running a business, your profit margins are likely going to be something that you're paying attention to. So at this point in the video, if I still have your attention, I want to give you a solution. There will likely be some of you guys here that'll, as soon as you see the title of this video, immediately become upset. And as soon as you watch a few minutes of it, you will begin commenting down below this video telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. And honestly, that might be true. I don't claim to know everything. However, what I do know is that selling print-on-demand products on Shopify can be a very profitable thing. And in some cases, is I have seen people who struggled on Etsy do very well with their products on Shopify because they are not sitting around waiting for people to come and find them, and they are taking active steps to begin showing their products to the world. The solution here is to build a brand and scale. I think as time goes on, customers are going to enjoy more and more shopping with a brand. I think they like to feel like they are connected to something. I think when they discover a print-on-demand store that is dedicated to something they love, for example, your niche, they're going to become excited about being a customer of yours. One of the benefits here is that with Shopify, you can build your own branded site. You're not just another Etsy shop showing up in dozens of pages of search results. You can also use social media to amplify your messages and sell your products. You can launch targeted ads to make your sales and begin to scale products. Most times when you see people posting big numbers from their print-on-demand store, it's because they are doing just that. They are building a Shopify site, they are launching ads and growing a social media presence to sell their products. Take this store here, for example. They're selling a lot of things that you would typically see on Etsy, various print-on-demand products that showcase a specific niche. And if you were to go on Etsy and type in some of the keywords that could potentially bring up these products, you'll likely see thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other people selling similar items. The difference is this store here has actually built a brand. They've built a website where they can amplify their products through social media. And that is something they have done very well. If you come to their Facebook page, you can see that they are consistently posting their products. They're also growing a decent sized follower base. And here in the Facebook ads library, you can see that they are scaling these products and making a lot of sales. One way that we can tell they are making a lot of sales is the date in which the ad started running. This one here has been running since February 22nd. As we scroll up, you can see that they have more ads that have been on since March. And as we continue, they have a lot of ads in here that they've been running for a long time. This is essentially telling us that their ads are profitable. On their store here, you can see that they have a whole bunch of reviews that they have gotten from their customers, which is another great thing about running a Shopify store. You actually own your customers' data. And what I mean by that is you can communicate with them. You can send promotional emails, promotional text messages, and you can even do things with ads such as retargeting people who have visited your website, all of which you cannot do on an Etsy shop. Essentially, when you're building an Etsy shop, what you're doing is trying to create as many designs as possible and hope to get a small percentage of them to sell on a regular basis. With a Shopify store, you can start with a much smaller product catalog and begin actively promoting those products to make your sales. Of course, both of these approaches have their pros and cons, and if you're someone that's on the fence about which route you want to go, I would suggest taking a look at some of my other YouTube videos. What I've attempted to do is make it extremely easy for you to start a Shopify store. And like I said at the beginning, I do have a free step-by-step course linked down in the description that will literally walk you through the entire process. Also, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Is it time to move on from Etsy? And if you're someone that's having some success on Etsy, maybe drop a couple of tips down there as well. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.